you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. We are doing an Audacy check-in with Nessa Barrett. And what an honor because it's such a big day for you. You just dropped the Pretty Poison music video. How are you feeling?
Thank you. I'm so excited. I co-directed that video, so it was like super fun to see it all come to life, and now it's out for the world to see. So it's really cool.
And it's so impressive. Literally from the first 5 seconds, you already are in this cinematic universe. Was the idea was this concept yours or did you build it together with people?
No, yeah, the whole concept was mine. It was like one of the videos that from an EP that I've had from the start. I'm very visual, so when I listened to the song, I instantly knew exactly what I wanted to do, and so I wrote the whole treatment and everything, and we were able to bring it to life. So it was super cool.
That's so badass. What's your favorite part about it now that you're watching it back and you know that everybody is watching it?
Oh my God, my favorite part is when everyone in the audience with the masks are drinking the poison. I think that's so cool. It's really fun, but yeah.
So could you kind of explain the concept a little bit?
No, yeah. So basically the whole idea was that, I would there would be people in the theater that have masks on that are watching me on the screen. And I'm basically talking to them because the song Pretty Poison, I am talking to my audience and everyone on social media that, has kind of given me a hard time and have given me a lot of hate. So the whole idea is that, I am in the public eye and everyone's watching my every move. So we kind of took that in a literal sense by having me, playing at a theater when people are watching and everyone in the audience is behind masks because everyone online kind of hides behind a screen. So it's kind of that whole fake symbolization there. And yeah.
That's brilliant. Have you looked at any of the people's responses to it yet?
Oh no, I kind of like to give it a little bit of time and let it sink in. I used to be so crazy whenever I would drop things and every second I would check up and be oh my God, but now I'm kind of I'm just gonna let it sit for a little bit and then kind of see how people feel about it. I don't know. I hope people like it, but yeah.
They do. I looked.
Thank you. Thank you.
I watched it and I was looking at the comments and then I looked on Twitter and people are talking about it and they love it and they love the concept. And, they just obviously think you look stunning in it. And, everything I've seen has been really positive.
Thank you. That makes me so happy.
Yeah. So how's your life feeling now? I mean, you just put out your what I would assume is your big first project this past month, right? And it's so well received. You're charting, you've got sold out, venues. How is this all sitting on you?
It's surreal. It's been such an amazing journey. And I just love all the love and support that I've been getting. It makes me feel so happy. It warms my heart. But yeah, I mean, I just love it. And just kind of being behind the scenes and knowing what's going on is really cool just because I can just see the growth already. And even from the music that I'm making right now compared to Pretty Poison, it's significantly different in a good way, and it's just really cool that I don't know, it's this project was so personal, and for people to kind of receive it in such a good way means a lot to me.
Yeah, and it's cool to see your growth through it. I mean, even though this is doing so extremely well, like you said, you're making music and you can hear something different already. That's huge.
Yeah, it's so fun. I don't know, I love it.
Well, Pretty Poison has been out for almost a month, and my immediate impression was just I was obsessed with this dark but feminine vibe that you have. I mean, that's always kind of been your vibe in general, but what was your first initial idea? Any idea that you had when creating the EP?
I It's all kind of like a blur. All I know is that like I had a story to tell and that was like my priority. I wasn't just like writing about, whatever I felt like writing about. Like this was like coming from my heart and these were like real experiences and like emotions that I've been through and I want to share it and hopefully help a lot of people that possibly could relate. But yeah, I mean, it was just like one big therapy session, honestly. And I just can't believe that like everyone can like listen to it now.
Well, conceptually too, like, I mean, I was impressed obviously by the songwriting and the music, but I thought conceptually it's so dope and unique. Like, where did that idea come from? Do you have like vision boards, anything like that?
No, yeah. I mean, I feel like I have finally like understood kind of like what I want to represent and like my vibe and like my brand. And there's just something so powerful about like, I don't know, I've always been obsessed with like I don't know how to explain it, but I love horror movies and I just love that dark aesthetic. And then I also love badass, like powerful women. And so I kind of just like to like combine the two and kind of like give that type of vibe. But I've always been like very much so like obsessed with like the dark elements of anything, honestly. And I feel like a lot of my inspiration comes from like movies and really anything. I mean, I could see like a picture somewhere or even like a quote and I get inspired by it. But I feel like, I don't know, I just am continuing to like create like this world, I guess. And it's really fun.
Yeah. And I think there's something to be said too. Like, this is your first project, first time putting yourself out there, and like to actually find a brand that quickly. And like now you're growing into it and owning it and giving it legs. Like, that's really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it's so important to kind of like figure out what my brand is because like I need that persona and I need that like strength to like, to do something like this. I mean, like it's hard when I'm being like so vulnerable like for the public, but like having that like brand kind of wrapped around me helps me like have like an extra like I don't know, it just
Like
gives
an
me
alter ego, almost like a Sasha
oh
Fierce
yeah.
moment.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, like I struggle with BPD, so I mean that obviously helps, and I feel like I'm able to like turn it on, and like I'm just kind of like creating my own personality, persona, and like reality at the same time with my brand and music. So it's like it's kind of interesting. I don't know, but it works.
Does performing come easy to you, or were you nervous like your first time really doing it?
It does not come easy to me. I think that's one of the hardest things. I have the worst social anxiety. So even when I have like that persona, for some reason, my mind just likes playing a trick on me. Just the idea of standing in front of multiple people on a stage and they're just watching me the whole
Oh, it's
time.
terrifying.
Honestly, I can't but I'm getting there. I am working on it and it just sucks because like it's not the idea of like, oh, my performance is gonna be bad. It's just I'm just scared of people. It's like it puts me in like an uncomfortable position. But yeah, I think once like I have like my first like show where it's like a full set of just my music, I feel like that's when I'll finally start to get a little comfortable. It all takes practice and
Yeah, that's the hardest part about it is like the only way you can get comfortable with it is just like doing it, you know?
oh, yeah, yeah. And it's crazy because like, like I have like made this like persona and brand and but like the real me, I never really liked being in the spotlight. And so like when I'm like actually have to step out in the spotlight, like in person, it's like, oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I don't even know, but it's crazy.
No, it totally makes sense. Is there anybody that you look at like performance wise, like, okay, they do this and I love the way they do this. Maybe I want to like take a part of that in myself or emulate it in any sort of way?
No, yeah. I mean, there's so many people that like I watch and kind of like study. I went to the VMAs and I was watching like the performances and I was like, this is kind of crazy. And I was like taking hints on like all of them. But I really do love the way that Billie performs. Her music is so powerful, but also very like, it's like vibey. So it's like, but the way that she like expresses her music to the audience, I think is like amazing. So,
Yeah.
But the way she does it is awesome. And I mean, there's so many people. Jaden, I look up to him a lot. The way he performs, he's amazing. He's natural at it. So, but yeah.
Well, what is something Jaden learned from you? Because I feel like you guys kind of go hand in hand with helping each other.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what he could learn from me at all.
Do you feel like you influenced him in any way?
Somewhat. I feel like we both like push each other to be our best selves, and it's like healthy competition, you know, like we're like, okay, like you, like I'm doing this, so like you, like it's just like it's really good, and we just like motivate each other a lot. I feel, yeah, I don't really know what he possibly could take from me, but
I'm sure he does. I'm sure if we asked him this, he'd have a list.
I hope so.
He better. Did he help at all with like the creation of the EP? Was there like any like small hand he had in it that like people wouldn't know about?
I mean, just the idea that like he is my support system and the love of my life, and you know, my love songs were inspired by him. But other than that, you know, it's just like cool because I just love, you know, working at the studio all day and then coming home and like being able to show him like what I made, and then he just supports me a lot. So, I mean, I think that's like one of the biggest things that anyone could honestly do for me during the songwriting process. But yeah.
Absolutely. That's awesome. What did you fall in love with first as like an artist? Was it the song, like singing or performing, or was it the creative side of it? Because you are so creative.
Yeah, the creative side always. I wrote songs, like I've always been writing my entire life. And so I fell in love with that. But then like I always wanted to be a singer, but then there was a moment where I was like super insecure and I thought like I couldn't do it. So I was like, maybe I can just be a songwriter, but I'm doing it. So I think but yeah, it's 100% the creative side. I love, you know, kind of being able to get lost into all of it. And it's very therapeutic for me. So it helps me a lot. And I think that's why I love it so much.
Yeah. Well, hey, you are on our Audacy Beach Festival in December. What is something we can expect watching you?
Oh my God. I'm so excited, by the way.
I know it's going to be dope. I'm excited too.
Yeah, I don't really know, but I just know that I want to try my hardest to make an experience for everyone that's watching. And I really feel like confident that it's going to be a really good show. So I'm really excited, and I can't believe it. And the lineup's amazing. So I'm like honored that like I'm even performing, but yeah.
Is there anybody you're really excited to see on it?
I know Girl in Red's performing. And was it 21 Pilots, I think?
Yes.
Yeah, and Weezer. I think that's like amazing. It's super sick lineup and I love it. And so just like being in like that world and like being even like considered for it is awesome. And I mean, with all the amazing artists that are performing, I'm sure that the people that are coming and everyone in the crowd's going to be amazing as well. So yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a good little vibe. All right. We're going to do a fast 5 favorites before we go. Do you have a favorite podcast right now?
I don't really listen to podcasts, but if I had to pick one, it has to be Serial. I love true crime and stuff like that. So I think that's like probably my top one.
Favorite sound on TikTok right now?
That's good. I don't know. I've been using the Kanye one recently where it's like, have you ever been punched in your face? Yeah, everyone makes fun of me when I use it, but I don't know. I've been like using a lot of Kanye's songs from his Donda album on TikTok recently. But
Yeah. Have you gotten into the berries and cream universe at all?
Oh my God. That's why like I can't go through my For You page because everything it'll be like a random song and then out of nowhere it'll be like berries and cream and I'm like, where did that come from? But yeah.
I know, it's hilarious. Favorite step in your skincare routine?
Favorite step probably has to be toner, which is like super weird.
No, it's mine too.
Really?
You just feel like you feel so clean.
You feel it. And I just love putting on. It's like the finishing touch. You know that like you're doing your skin justice whenever you put toner on. And like sometimes I'll even just use a makeup wipe to get my makeup off and then put toner on and I feel fine. So I love toner.
I do too. Favorite purchase lately?
Favorite purchase? I bought a Vivienne Westwood bag from Depop. I was balling on a budget and I have used it ever since and I love it. And it's just so convenient. So probably that.
Love a good bag. And last but not least, favorite part of your day right now?
That's good. Probably nighttime. Because I go to the studio.
Are you a night person?
I would say so, but more because I feel like it's like my time to relax, you know?
Yeah.
Because I usually just end the day at the studio and then I come home and then I get to just like lay on the couch and watch TV. And there's nothing better than Netflix. So
Agreed.
It's just like refreshing. But yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Nessa, for doing an Audacy check-in with us. And we can't wait to see you at our beach festival.
I'm so excited. Thank you so much for having me. This was awesome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.